Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. MrRecon here. We have another Girls X Battle 2 video for you guys. So, today we're going to be talking about Teresa. I know this video is a little bit long overdue, but it's kind of a good thing we did it now because a lot of things shifted within that first couple months. So, it's good to just wait to start talking about her. So, now that it's kind of a little bit settled with her, we can talk more on what to do with her. All right, so first off, we're going to start off with the abilities, and then we'll get into the gears, elite skills, antiques, that kind of stuff later on. And then we'll try to show a fight where we can get her to do her HP swap to show how that works, if that makes sense, okay? All right, so first off, we have the active. The active deals 300% of attack damage to 2 random enemies, has a 100% chance to trap one target in the Blade Prism for 15 rounds, and 65% chance to trap the other target by Blade Prism for 15 rounds, gains 2 stacks of Righteous Might. So the Blade Prison, essentially what it does is goals affected will not be able to do basic attacks, release their active skills, hunts or counterattack, or trigger their passive skills. This effect will wear off after taking damage from active skills or basic attacks 3 times. Damage from passive skills and servers do not include. So essentially, if you're in the Blade Prison, you have to get attacked 3 times for an active or basic to get out of it, or wait 15 rounds. So usually you get attacked out of it, you usually come out of it. Now, as far as the passive skills work, so when a girl is locked, her passive skills won't activate. This does not apply to girls that already have, let's say, a mark, like case in point, Vivian and Holly. Their marks happen before the start of the battle, so they're already in play. So you can't already pacify something that's already in play, if that makes sense. So because they are already on the field and applied, they won't go away. The only way they'll go away is if you keep those 2 girls, Vivian and Holly, for instance, Blade Prison long enough to where it wears off and they can't reapply their marks again, if that makes sense. Righteous Might, the skill effect will be consumed when Teresa passive skill, Righteous Protection, is triggered. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. All right, next up we have the first passive. Increase HP by 30%, attack by 25%, damage reduction by 30%, and speed by 40%. Essentially just make it a little bit more tankier, give HP, attack, and some speed, that kind of stuff. All right, next passive. When the battle starts, Teresa gains 3 stacks of Righteous Might. Starting from round 2, Teresa has a 100% chance of gaining 1 stack of Righteous Might and 50% chance of gaining 1 extra stack of Righteous Might at the end of every round. Basic attack change to deal 100% of attack damage to one random enemy, and it's a 50% chance to trap the target and Blade Prism 15 rounds. Oh, that's a lot. So essentially, at the end of round, she has a 100% chance to get an extra Blade Prism stack. Righteous Might stack. Apologize. Righteous Might stack, which allows her to HP swap and keep getting like marks and CC control on her and stuff like that, because she's immune to that as long as she has a Righteous Might on her. The little, I guess, stacks of Righteous Might on. So if she has like 15 stacks of Righteous Might on her, she's not going to die anytime soon, and she's not going to get affected by like Apates or any other type of mark like from Holly. Anything that could be applied to her, it's not going to be really that much applied to her, kind of stuff. And as far as on the passive, there's a basic attack, is essentially what it is. On the basic, you have 50% chance to trap some girl on a Blade Prison. So it's 50-50 chance. You can increase that chance. We'll get to that in a little bit later, but you can increase that. All right. We already covered these right here. We just covered those. So, all right. Lastly, we have Righteous Protection. All right. When a mark is tagged to Teresa, she will consume 1 stack of Righteous Might to cleanse a random mark tagged to herself. Immediately after Teresa is affected by a control effect, she will consume 1 stack of Righteous Might to cleanse 1 control effect from herself. Exert it to 1 random enemy. When she's affected by more than 1 type of control effect, she will randomly cleanse and transfer 1 of them. Whenever self HP drops below 30%, will not trigger if HP is at 30%. She will consume 2 stacks of Righteous Might to exchange self current HP with the current HP of the enemy with the most HP on the battlefield, no more than 5,000% of Teresa's attack. So if she's above 30% and she hits 30%, she will do the swap. If she's under 30%, she's not going to do the swap. Also, we just stated right here on how the Righteous Might marks work, the stacks, I guess you could say. It affects marks and control effects. So DOT doesn't really apply. Mark will trigger, if a mark's applied to her, it will remove it. If a control effect's there, it will remove it. It will only remove it if she has a Righteous Might stack on her. If she doesn't have any, it doesn't matter. If she doesn't have any Righteous Might either to the HP swap, she can't do it anyways. So if she doesn't have any of the Righteous Might stacks on her, Righteous Might cards, whatever you want to call them, she's not going to do anything. But she usually gets some, so it takes a while to get rid of them. And of course, there's a Righteous Might skill right there. So pretty much all in all, She HP swaps. She will CC girls down, essentially locking them out of a lot of stuff like their passes and stuff. So she's good at locking girls down, and she's good at swapping HP. So that way it puts the other enemy girls lower so that you can kill them quicker, if that makes sense. A little keynote. It's a good thing to keep your Teresa between, I say, 4.5 to like 5.5 million. Don't go higher than like 5.5 million, because the higher you get, the harder she is to swap. You want her to swap. So you want her to be attacked. That way she can keep swapping HP, but at the same time you're going to want to make sure she has stacks of her Righteous Might. That way she can keep swapping it over and over again. All right, next up we're going to get into the gears, the elite skills, antiques, all that kind of good stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to cover this real quick. As far as you can run an attack build on her, so you could do like mage and then triple angel and just do higher attack, but at least try and keep the HP above 4.5 million kind of stuff. But you could just do an Orso if you want to do a little bit higher HP. You can do the HP build of angel class set, which is the HP with the speed on the end of it. Of course, neutral blade is going to be probably the best thing for her because it has the extra control rate, which helps with getting the basic and the second part of the active, getting a higher control rate into blade prisoning the girls. It doesn't add 25%, but it adds a little bit extra on, so it's like 15% or something like that. It's not an exact 25. There's math involved. The best antique for her is going to be speed and attack. I don't have enough chisels. That's my problem, but I have to deal with speed and precision. That's what I got to deal with. I don't want speed and HP because it raises her HP too high, so she won't swap. I found my nice happy medium at 4.5 million. It works great for her to do that, but speed and attack is going to be the way to go on that, just so you know. As far as these skills for the pink sets for Mage 3, I use Impact, or you could use Added Protection on her. Probably going to use Impact on it just because if she gets her active off, she usually does because she's not affected by Pate. The only thing that can really reduce her energy will be Vivian, but that's end of round trigger, so it's not really a mark effect. This way it can reduce the healing effect and control immunity to girls in case we ever get a CC stuff, but it's mostly just reduce healing potentials on girls that get hit by her active. As far as antiques go, you can also use, let's say, anything really with speed. You could try Deception to make her go faster, so we can try and get Blade Pistons off quicker. The only problem is getting HP too high. The same thing with Power of Wind for speed-wise. You can try Echoes to try and keep her HP low enough, but still be fast enough. So you're trying to make her at least fast enough to where that she can do her Blade Prisons first before she can hit anybody, so that way that other people get Blade Prisons so they can't do anything. So that's kind of on that. As far as elite skills go, real quick, I was reading them, other people talking. You only have to really max 5 of them out. As far as the order goes, it's going to be the active one, the first one here, and your last one. The last one, when you get to the max of 5, it means it will only consume 1 stack of Righteous Might to do the HP swap, which is nice, which is really great instead of 2. That's just awesome. So if let's say you only had 1 mark left and she was getting low and you had this at 5, she'll swap up higher. Of course, you won't have any after that, but it'll keep her alive. So it's great. You consume less Righteous Might stacks having it that way, so that's good. So depending on your server, you could say, like, do I need to have this at 5 first or the active at 5 first? Some people might say that you want this one first, and some people might say that you want the active first, right? They're going to give you their own decisions. The best thing to do, I guess, in all honesty, is to look what's going on in your server. Does your Teresa have a trouble staying alive? Like she's getting to swaps quicker? Then do the last passive first. If that's not the case, do the active first. You know, just see how it goes before you upgrade them. See what's going on, and make a judgment call. People are going to say their own things, different things. They're going to say it, but each server is different. Just play off your server. That's being said. All right. Nothing else left on that. Overall, she's a good girl. In the meta right now, there's better girls, but she's still good if you can use her. She still helps out a lot. It's just she's not the best choice right now, I would say. But we can only tell in the future how it works. Now we're going to try and do some fights and see how we can get that to work. Hopefully we can get her to do an HP swap trigger, and we can show you how that looks. And see your Blade Prisons working as well. All right? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Okay, so now we're going to try and show some fights. I did some testing earlier just trying to make it work. So this is the best way I can make it to show, to trigger it work. We're just going to do 2 Apates, making to where that they try to just keep the enemy a little bit off the energy, but still trying to focus at Teresa to try and get her to swap, essentially. All right. Fingers crossed we can get some swaps. It was working earlier. Watch the one time I make this video, it doesn't work. So we see Blade Prison right away. That means the Neff passive of doing damage at the end of round will not happen. All right? And it shouldn't go away. Just have to wait for all this to go away. All right, so then we get active. We're at 3. Let's see. No? All right, so we're still waiting on the swap. Of course, running deer, so it's going to heal. This Angelica should... See, she lost energy there because of the Vivian. See the Blade Prison again there. See, she just swapped. We saw the swap right there. That's what she's supposed to do. And obviously, we're not going to win this fight. She's got 2. She's below the 30. See how that worked? See, that's actually a good example right there, guys. So the one time we saw her swap, she didn't have enough stacks. She went under 30% when we didn't have any stacks to go back up again. So, but we got the stacks after the fact that we were already under 30%. And then because of that, it didn't go back up again when we got attacked, like it says in the text of the girl. So that's actually a good example. First try and we got it. That's about it. That's about with her. Essentially, that's all in a nutshell right there for the fight. She Blade Prisons, which we saw her do. So of course, they got removed, but it happens. And then, of course, we saw the swap, and then we saw what happened when she's under 30 without the stacks yet. And then when it happens when we get stacks and she's attacked under 30, she dies. That makes sense. All right. That's it. That's all I got for you today in today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you have any more further questions, please either ask in the official Discord or my Discord. The link to my Discord will be down below in the description. And if you're new to the channel also, and this is your first video watching this or any video, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. And I will see you in the next video. Stay safe out there, everyone. It's a crazy world. Peace out.